I want to take a turn here and go to the communist a bit. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. President Obama mocks those who call him a socialist or a Marxist, but I want you to look at all the Marxists around him. And let's start with the latest. Yet another one of his advisors. This is a guy who sits on the Financial Stability Oversight Council. I don't even know what that is. He's trying to make the case now for class warfare on his blog. And while he did so yesterday, he extensively quoted Karl Marx from Das Kapital. Now, how many capitalists do you know make their points by quoting Das Kapital? Karl Marx, do you know a single capitalist who's like, you know what, let me tell you something Karl Marx said, they're really going to work for me? None. Zero. How many capitalist presidents have we had that hire Marxist financial advisors? None. Zero. Another Obama administration favorite communist, Van Jones, former Green Jobs czar at the White House. He was addressing the Green Festival in Chicago just this last weekend, where he talked about how special he is since he went from the president's inner circle back to being on the outside of the White House. And he's got important things to say. Watch.
Maybe that's why our opponents were so interested in shutting me up. And so, surprise! I'm back! Subtle hint for you going forward. Don't ever let somebody like me in the White House. And then insist that I come back out here with all of y'all. Because now, we can make this thing work.
What he's saying is he's more dangerous on the outside than the inside. He said, don't ever let a guy like me into the White House and then put me back out in the public, because now I can accomplish all the things I tried when I was in the administration. I can make them all work now. And he's right. It's why when everybody was saying, hey, you got Van Jones' scalp on your wall. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't want it there. I didn't want him fired. I wanted an explanation, because he is more dangerous on the outside because everyone dismisses him. Now, let's also see how he handled a question that he didn't like from a reporter. Play the tape here. Watch.
Mr. Jones, I'm asking you a legitimate question. You said in your speech, somebody like you shouldn't be allowed in the White House. Can you just go into a little more detail on why somebody like you shouldn't be able to go into the White House? The guy said he shouldn't be allowed to go into the White House. What? Can you just clarify what you meant by that, Mr. Jones? You said a guy like you shouldn't be allowed to go into the credentialed press.
We're trying to keep moving, though.
Okay.
We're trying to keep it moving.
That's fine. I'll let him move. You answer the question, I'll go away, Mr. Jones. I'm credentialed press, dude.
That's fine, man. We reserve the right.
Okay, I'll leave. You don't need to escort me.
No.
I'll walk you out.
No problem.
Yeah, well, we're going to need your badge, please.
Why?
Because you're not going to be allowed back in, I'm sorry.
Why is that?
Because you're not going to be allowed in, you can't accost our speakers. Let's step outside, please.
Accosting? All you're doing is asking why. Here's a guy who claimed he was shut up in the past by critics, and now he's shutting down the press when all they do is question him about something he just said in the speech. What does that mean? As I saw this, I couldn't help but notice the similarities between that and the way the Nazi Party in Greece treated reporters over the weekend. I showed this tape to you yesterday. What's the problem? If you don't like it, get out. That's what Van Jones did. Van Jones also said the same thing these guys said. You need to fear. You need to fear. Same in Greece. The only difference is that both flags are red. It's just the symbol that is different in the middle. The tactics are the same. The outcome is the same. But Van Jones says it with a smile because we're in America. He had to, and this is his words, drop the radical pose for the radical ends. Be on guard, America, for Van Jones. I'm taking it at his word. He's back, but I don't believe he ever went away. But if you'd indulge me for just a second, I don't have a hotline to Van Jones. I don't call the man. I don't write the man. I don't have him on speed dial, so I'd like to deliver a personal message to Van Jones. Van, I know exactly who you are. I know what you're capable of. I have studied you as much as you have studied me. It's funny. It's funny that you say that your enemies got you out of the White House and now you're more dangerous. It's funny to me because I know who you're talking about. And I also know that you and your friends take credit for getting me out of the mainstream media. So if I may, Van, just quote a communist. Don't ever let somebody like me in and then insist that I come back out. I too am more dangerous on the outside because I too am now free to accomplish the things I know need to be done.